That's right. Welcome to the show, folks. Thank you for joining us for Battlerekt live from the NGE studios here in Burbank, California. My name is Gex. Alongside me, I have Rainey, and we are sure excited to be with you. Today, we got NA 2v2 action for Battlerekt in our one-off tournaments for November. And in case you haven't been with us before, we'll give you a little bit of an intro to what Battlerekt is basically throughout the month of November here. We've been doing a series of one-off tournaments, trying different formats, different, structures to the tournament to see what teams like and what they don't like and what the viewers like and don't like. We want to continue to try some different things. We're doing it a little bit different today than we have in the past as well. We want to hear your feedback on all the different things that we're trying. And you can give us your feedback through various different channels, Reddit, Discord, as well as Twitter. You can hit us up at Battlerekt on Twitter and, tell us what you like, what you don't like, whether you like me, whether you like him, or whether you like the bearded man that is not here, that normally is here. So, we'd love to hear your thoughts on everything. And, Rainey, I kind of gave him what Battlerekt is overall. What do we have today specifically?
Well, I feel like we're experiencing deja vu. Because I think we've talked about this already, but of course, today in Battlerekt, we are doing best of 3, best of 5s, all the way to the final. So what that means is the win score is going to be 3 wins, and you have to win best of 3 total maps to move on in the tournament. This is going to be true all the way until the finals, where then the win score becomes 5, and then you have to win a best of 3 of those. That's going to be our format today.
That's right. And teams, they'll also kind of go through a banning phase with maps. They'll ban all the way down till 3 maps left, and then they'll kind of pick what order they want those maps in then. But if you want to get yourself involved in Battlerekt tournaments, you want to sign up and play maybe, you can go to battlerekt.com. Click on the links there. It'll take you to the GGN website, and you can get involved in the tournaments and kind of participate in this fun. Maybe we'll see you in the top 8, and we'll get to broadcast you. So it's good stuff. Head over there and sign up. But you were talking about the finals. Teams that make it to the finals will be, all the teams in the top 8, I should say, really, are playing for some prizing today. Yes. We have some cash prizing as well as in-game prizing. Of course, our first place team will be taking home $200. Second place will get $100. And everybody in the top 8 today will be taking home a demonic steed as well. So there's some money on the line, some pride on the line. And, everybody's going to get a demonic steed. So some good stuff.
Yeah, I'm really excited. We watched EU earlier today, at least for us, and there were some interesting things that played out. In the end, I feel like the champions are still yet to be dethroned. Yeah. We'll see if the same can happen for North America.
Yeah,
I wonder who we have competing for us today.
Yeah, we got some good teams that have made it into our top 8. Let's take a look at the bracket and see exactly what we have on the slate for you today. So, as you can see, some definitely again familiar faces up here that we have seen before. And we'll be taking a look. We only broadcast 2 of these quarterfinals, and then we'll be broadcasting everything from the semis onward. The 2 quarterfinals that we'll be looking at today is Troll What You Can versus Legendary. That'll be our first game. And then after that, we'll have Team RMS going up against Drama. So, those will be our first 2 quarterfinals. And as I said, the rest of the matches after that will be broadcast as well. But it looks like Troll What You Can and Legendary, they're getting into game right now. Both of those teams actually beat some teams that have some pretty high-profile players on them. One of which being Finlev's team. That got knocked out, and as well as Praise the Sun, they also got knocked out. I forget which one knocked out which team, but they took out Outcast and Sketch, which is another great 2s combo.
Praise the Sun.
Yeah, Praise the Sun.
They did well in 3s as well. I think.
Yeah. They have some great talent on those teams, but both of these guys in this next match that you're going to see knocked out those very familiar faces. So we're gonna see them go at it, and they're actually they're gonna be heading. They're working on getting into game right now. We'll bring that to you as soon as they get in. But I think it's great to see some faces on these teams. As far as talent, look at this cable. It's always messing with me, man. It's always falling over. I can't turn my head.
I think it's the producer's fault.
I agree. The man in our ear, I blame him. I blame him. Whenever anything goes wrong, blame the producer.
Yeah.
It's not our fault.
Dang it.
I swear. Yeah, so we're now in game, as you can see. And as far as rosters go, we have Nick Lieb and Nerf Akira. Nerf Akira. I almost said Nerf Africa. Nerf Africa, please, too strong. Nerf Akira. And then over on the side of Legendary, we have Reap What You Sow and Ninjas. As far as team comps go, Sirius and Rakan. Normally we see the Lucy with Rakan.
Yeah, this will be interesting. Sirius is a little more of an aggressive support as compared to Lucy. Not to say that Lucy can't do a lot of damage herself, but Sirius is a lot more all-in and has the double Petrify if they choose to. Oh, my goodness, Nerf Akira is taking a ton of damage, has to use the R to get out of there. And a big Shadow Bolt eaten up by the counter from Reap What You Sow. And I feel like Legendary is starting off pretty big, even getting the center orb. And I like where this is going for Red.
Yeah, Legendary's got a pretty up-in-your-face kind of comp. Here comes a Sirius ultimate out from Ninjas. And Reap What You Sow is just all over Nerf Akira right now, using his ultimate as well. Whirling Blades, see you later.
Chop, chop, chop. You can't run from the chopping block. And Reap What You Sow and Ninjas are going to take down Nerf Akira, and it seemed all too easy. Really aggressive matches to start out. 2 Siriuses on each side, plus a Shifu. And I think this was something very distinct about the North American region that I picked up on is North America loves damage. They just love to do damage, and that's really one of the big hallmarks of the teams that have brought comps. It's just both 3v3 and 2v2 for this region.
Yeah, they certainly like getting up in your face, as you can tell by the side of Legendary with that comp that they have, man. That Sirius Shifu, I know I hate playing against it because they'll be all over you like a new pair of shoes. And
your shoes, if they're new, they just get up and start walking all over you? Is that...
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, you get that new pair of shoes, you want to show them off, and you wear those suckers all day long.
I see. Except for this case, I don't think Troll What You Can really want them to be sticking around.
Yeah. No,
sticking is what they're going to do, and Reap What You Sow gives a big fat impale into the Sirius on Troll What You Can side. And they will actually win center orb as well. Everything seems to be going right for Legendary, and Troll What You Can is in a tough spot.
Oh, here comes the Sirius ultimate. Nick Lieb had nothing else to get away. Nerf Akira is going to be the last man standing. 1v2 hitting that counter from Ninjas as well. He's using his ultimate, trying to do whatever damage he can, but it's a lost cause at this point. Well, actually, able to grab center orb. He's making a round out of it, but still going down. Legendary in a commanding lead right now, 2-0.
Good use of the Sirius ultimate from Ninjas. Sirius is actually really weak against his own ultimate. Once you use your spacebar, there really isn't much that you can do aside from CCing them, using Petrify or trying to walk around and dodge manually. But it's just tough because you can't actually counter that laser. It's still going to be doing maximum damage to you. And Ninjas found the right time to employ that. Easy second win for Legendary.
This is a best of 3, keep in mind. But you know, definitely don't want to go down one map if you're Troll What You Can. Nick Lieb still getting just run at right now. Reap What You Sow not able to hit that counter yet again. They're getting some good damage off onto Ninjas. And Nerf Akira and Nick Lieb are going to go in and be able to secure that center orb. And they're not down too far in the health department either, though. Nick Lieb is just getting crushed by Reap What You Sow right now. He's got to get himself out of there. Able to hit his counter that time. He'll come in, but man, he's just getting focused down by both these guys. Here comes a whirling blade out of Reap What You Sow. Nick Lieb in dire straits right now. Quite hurt. He'll use an ultimate of his own, doing quite a lot of damage. And now Nerf Akira is going to pull Sirius back in, though. Nick Lieb going down, and Nerf Akira's got to go huge. If he can grab this kill onto Ninjas, he may have a chance using his ultimate, though. Reap What You Sow is just pounding damage onto these guys.
Oh my god, it's so close.
He's able to at least finish off that kill using his R to get away just in the nick of time, but the spear from Reap What You Sow able to finish him off, and that is the first map going over to Legendary 3-0.
3 rounds straight, and Legendary will win the first map in this best-of-3 series. I think the Rukon really hurt the composition. Sirius is a support, technically, has some healing power,
Right.
but without Rukon's ability to put on huge amounts of CC, that's, for all the things that Rukon can do, he cannot CC. And so you need to find some way to mitigate the pressure that an aggressive comp like Shifu Sirius is going to be putting out. The Rukon just could not match the aggression, neither could he protect Nick Lieb as well, protect his own support. And so you end up in this situation where you're trying to damage race, but it's a losing fight. Shifu Sirius is going to win you every time.
Yeah, those guys can really pump out the damage. So Legendary taking a commanding lead thus far, but luckily for Troll What You Can, it's a best-of-3 series. They'll have a chance to come back in here on a second map. And one of the great things about these best-of-3s is that they'll have a chance to maybe switch up their comp if they need to, switch up the team comp if they felt that was one of the big problems, and try and counter what Legendary was throwing out at them. You know, they have that really up-in-your-face kind of composition, diving right onto you. It can be tough to get them off.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll see if they decide to change it up.
Yeah, I'm not convinced. One or the other has to change, right? Either Rukon needs to change or Sirius needs to change. That's what I feel. But these teams have played a lot more than me on these compositions, so they might know something that I don't, or they just feel like they might have a better chance with what they have.
Well, we'll take a look as we are heading into our second map right now. Nick Lieb and Nerf Akira staying on their same composition, the Sirius Rukon. And of course, Legendary is feeling good with what they were running during the first map, so they're gonna stay on theirs as well. That Sirius Shifu able to really pump out that damage. Repo Yiso hitting Nick Lieb's counter, and he's able to connect with some good damage onto Ninjas, but they get the end cap onto Nerf Akira, and Nick Lieb just gets focused down so quickly. And they're just able to really chunk him on the damage. And hitting that counter of Ninjas. Oh, man.
I really feel like Troll What You Can actually won a lot of the early exchanges, but when it came time to dealing damage, Legendary just connected big onto their 2 melee champions and chunked down a lot of max health from Nick Lieb, and now they find themselves in a commanding position after taking that center orb with a well-placed, oh no!
Slice and dice!
Shot!
Oh,
my God! Looking like a cut tomato right now.
Oh my goodness, man. He took the full ultimate. There was not a piece of that ultimate that he did not eat. Like, I mean, he had that whole thing and some.
Looking hungry.
Oh yeah, he is hungry, that boy. And that is just such a commanding round. Yet again, Legendary taking a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, I mean, Reap What You Sow is doing a good job of keeping up with Nick Lieb. Even hit into the counter. There were so many things going right for Troll What You Can. Baited out the Shifu to the bottom side of the map, used a spacebar to go over to the top side of the map, even proccing the counter and getting the weaken onto Ninjas. But still, when it came time to actually fight and do damage, Legendary just came out on top really quick.
So it's time for Troll What You Can. They gotta get themselves.
Oh, body block! Get out of the way, you fatty!
Oh no, but Nick Lieb now is getting focused down. Nerf Akira got petrified. Man, he's just getting just pounded so bad.
Yeah. What's really great about Shifu Sirius is that Shifu's EX Incapacitate can combo really well into Sirius's Petrify. And as we see there, it almost gives you guaranteed CC on your target, and then you can pick and choose. Do you want to go for the CC target, or do you want to chase down the main target?
Here comes the ultimate out of Rukon. He's trying to get whatever damage he can, man. Nick Lieb just can't catch a break.
Yeah, Nick Lieb is definitely the target of choice here. And that's one of the things about Sirius is that actually, if you don't play your spacing right, you can find yourself in a bad spot without cooldowns and no mobility. And getting piled on by a Shifu Sirius is nothing to scoff at. 2-0.
Whew. Well, Troll What You Can is stuck in a rough spot here. They got to go huge, win the next 3 rounds if they want to keep their tournament life alive. They are just, I don't know. At this point, it's just Nick Lieb. As soon as all of his movement abilities are down, and really it's Sirius and Shifu They both just get all over and make him use all of his movement, and then he's just got nothing left. And then they'll just focus him down even harder, and Nerf Akira can't do enough to help his teammate out and keep him alive.
Yeah, the only thing I'm thinking of is the EX grip to kind of extend your lifeline a little bit longer, but I don't even know if that one thing is going to be enough to really make the difference. Oh, and now it's going to be the Rukana that takes a ton of damage. Going to have to use R to get out of there, but already so quick. Reap What You Sow is caught up to the Rukana and is continuing to apply pressure. Gets the weaken onto the Shifu, and that's going to be pretty good at mitigating damage. And actually, Troll What You Can will be able to take the center orb, so that's going to be a little bit of consolation for them to heal back up. I just think that they're still in a very bad spot.
I love the focus fire out of Reap What You Sow and Ninjas. They just pick one target, and they are all over him. Here comes the Sirius ultimate and Shifu ultimate, and hitting his counter too. That's rough. Nerf Akira's they gotta grab this orb.
Ooh, use the counter to stop the Shadow Ball from hitting the orb, and now there's the Petrify onto the ultimate there. And that's what we were talking about. You either have to CC that ultimate, or you have to use your spacebar. Nothing else will really appease that damage reduction. Oh, actually,
opportunity here.
Really weak.
There they go, taking down Ninjas, finally getting a little bit of ground here.
There's the life grip coming out from Nerf Akira, and I think this might be the first round that Troll What You Can are going to take, because I feel like they've stabilized, and there's just too many targets for Reap What You Sow to pick. Does get the center orb, though.
They definitely seem to be in a good place to pick up this round. Hitting his counter, but I don't think that's going to matter. Nerf Akira there with the Shadow Bolt ready to finish him off. So finally getting themselves on the board when it matters the most. But they got a long way to go to get themselves back in this game.
Yeah, kiting away, doing really well. Nerf Akira took the brunt of the damage in the early game and used his R to get out of that spot. And then also won the center orb. So those two things in combination gave Troll What You Can the resources to fire back. Big serious ult coming out from Nick Lieb is going to both heal him and do a ton of damage to Ninjas, and then able to close it out on Ninjas in the end. Troll What You Can playing out that scenario pretty well, but can they do that consistently? I don't know if they can.
Well, they're going to have to if they want to stay in the tournament, that's for sure. And
tough spot for Sirius. He's out of heals, and he's still losing a lot of health.
Oh, man. He had to use his space to get away now, and this is time for them to jump all over him, and they were about to. But now there's separation between two players on Troll What You Can trying to meet back up. They did get the Petrify onto Sirius, hitting Shifu's counter yet again, though. Having to use his R was Nerf Akira to get away, and they're not going to bite on that counter. There's nothing left. Here comes the Sirius ultimate out of Nick Lieb. He's able to do some damage to Ninjas, but now he's getting focused down, and he'll get petrified as well as soon as he's out of this, having to use his space bar, and he is not in the best of positions. Nerf Akira using that R to dodge that Shifu ultimate, but now they're just focusing him down, using his space, and he's got pretty much nothing else. Here's the end cap, and they're going to want to jump all over him.
Nice use of the ink cap to set up some damage on Nerf Akira, and they're really doing a lot of split pressure. Nick Lieb hasn't found the opportunity to heal himself up. Now only finally with getting the center orb are they finding themselves pushing their max health. But the situation is, man, Ninjas takes a ton of damage from the ultimate, and that's really going to even things up here, except for the fact that Nerf Akira is incredibly low and will end up going down to Reap What You Sow, and this is looking like a tough call for Nick Lieb.
Rip. I mean, at least they get beat pretty bad, but at least they got around.
Yeah.
Troll What You Can. You know, they didn't get washed.
One
completely.
round.
One round, better than zero.
That's okay. I mean, it's not easy. It's not easy. Shifu, Sirius is really aggressive, and the way that Legendary was playing out their resources was really good. They were able to catch up most of the times. The only time, and it was the round that they won, the only time that they were able to kite out was when the main target was Rukon in the early point, was able to use that R and control the center orb really well and mitigate a lot of damage, but just in that last round, it didn't look like that, you know?
Yeah, it's so tough to play against Sirius Shifu combo. I mean, you can play against it, but it's difficult. It's very difficult because they pick one target and they go in and just up in your face. At least myself, I have a whole lot of trouble when I'm trying to grind the ladder out. It is tough, man. It is really, really tough. But we do have a replay.
All right, let's take a look at the replay of the game that we just watched. It's going to be Sirius getting petrified, and then Shifu using the ult to perfectly choppy chop, take down Nick Lieb. Reap What You Sow doing so much damage. Take a look at this.
Oh. When he took the full brunt of that ult.
My goodness.
Literally the entire thing from start to finish. That is just rough.
That's a lot of damage.
That is a lot of damage. I mean, I think he was at like half health, maybe like a decent bit over 1/3, and just boom.
Yeah.
Done.
I mean, we saw 2 cases, one for Reap What You Sow, where he got that fantastic ultimate there, the Whirling Blade, and then one for the Sirius, one for Ninjas, where he used his ultimate and just fried Nick Lieb off the face of the earth. And
you know,
what can you do?
The sunbeams, man, they will definitely fry you.
Sunbeams. They took the power from Preseason.
Yeah, that's right. They're taking that power and channeling it to win their own game. But we do have a second quarterfinal match coming up for you. It's Team RMS against Drama. Some pretty good players in the mix there.
Drama. Watching Endalol play again. Always really interesting to see what he is up to.
You know, Enda and Skulky.
They've had pretty good success in 2v2, haven't they?
Yeah, they've Skulky has also had some pretty good success in 3s as well. Won the last NA 3v3 Battlerekt tournament. I can't remember if Endo was on that squad as well. I believe he was. I could be wrong. But
check the tapes.
I believe, yeah, check the tapes. I should probably know these things. I casted it.
They all start blending together at some point in time. It just starts becoming Rukons and Lucy.
Yeah, that's, you know, you see it so much.
That's why we get so excited when we see something like a Freya.
Right? Yeah, I know. It's like Freya? Yeah, it's not a Rukon or a Lucy. Like,
what's going on?
What is this?
In the Flesh is going to be, let's go and take a look at what these guys picked. And some interesting things coming out here. First of all, Croak Uldor, right? That's going to be interesting. Croak is an interesting pick. Very tough to push past a Lucy support, which Team RMS does have. Meanwhile, Team RMS is using Jade, which I think is not the most popular 2v2 pick. But I think Jade has some very good skills in her toolkit. It's just, I think defensively it can be hard at this level to have Jade survive for an extended period of time. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I mean, it's, you know, generally if you're going to pick a ranged DPS in 2s, a lot of the time it's either, you know, it's either Jumong or Ashka. Those are kind of your staples in terms of range DPS. Not so much the Jade, but it can certainly work. You know, it can. So we'll see if they can use it effectively.
Nice.
Skulky going into Deceit, great clarity push.
With the fantastic clarity push and taking Croak right out of stealth. Uses the A material, and Enda avoids the interrupt a second time. And that's really important because then Enda is going to be able to keep his max health high. He's not even healing himself up because he knows he's not in danger. Jade doesn't provide enough of a threat. There it does finally get interrupted, but puts the Chrono Flux out and stops Jade from using Snipe to take the orb.
Going into Deceit, able to hit the end cap onto Jade, and then the stun onto Lucy. The barrier is down as well, and Enda's just sitting there pounding those left clicks, and Vorme. Snipe is out, in the Flush couldn't quite connect onto Skulky. Wow. And Enda's really doing some damage to Vorme over there with Sands of Time using that E ability as well. The Snipe is out, but Chrono Flux was in the way, so couldn't send it towards the orb. It would have been better to cancel it, but same effect nonetheless. Here comes a Snipe out, able to connect that time onto Skulky, and now he is quite hurt. The ultimate out from Jade as well, taking down Skulky. It's a 1v2 now. Enda's got to go big as Vorme's a bit hurt. Enda can certainly deal some burst damage. Finish it off. Wow. He had such a good opportunity to take that orb.
I didn't think he believed that he would have the opportunity to take the orb, so he just didn't go for it at all. But in fact, Team RMS gave him the opportunity, and he didn't capitalize in time. I think this is a tough call for Enda to finish out, and yeah, he's going to get taken down by the Goo plus Varime's left click. Varime did real well, and I think in the Flesh closed it out, landing that key Snipe. Snipe is such a telegraphed move, but it really, really turns the tide of the fight if you let that hit. Not only, I mean, Skulky was already losing a little bit of health, right? And so that Snipe on top of some of the max health that he already lost means that he's going to lose a huge chunk of health, plus the stun to follow up. That's one of the big things about Snipe is that you take 36 damage right off the bat, and what comes after that is very hard to evade as well because of the additional 0.5 second stun that comes with it.
And in terms of what Drama needs to do against it, I mean, and you saw it towards the end of that round there when Enda was by himself. He used his, he used his shield, and in the flesh was able to actually bait it out of him, canceled the snipe, and so they're gonna have to try and use time bender as best as possible. Here we go already though. Borome is taking quite a bit of damage in the flesh, able to land that snipe onto Skulky, but Borome's got to be careful. Skulky trying to get in is going to go Deceit, but nobody's home. Able to get the camo and then the stun, and the barrier is going to have to be used from Borome as he's attempting to wrap back around, but he is just getting run at. Really needs some help from in the flesh if he can. Borome's got nothing left to keep himself alive. Barrier coming out just in time. Ultimate will connect onto Jade as well. Here comes the goo.
I can't believe Borome is actually living as long as he is, but here comes. He's going to be able to close it out with the stun. No, the silence comes out from in the flesh, saving his teammate there, and actually Skulky is getting pretty close to getting dumped right now himself.
Oh man, he needs some heals.
Big Petrify is going to put a lot of damage onto the Jade, but right now, the Lucy will be able to heal up. Both players are actually going to heal up, and this center orb is really important, but the Chrono Flux again is there to deny. Uses the EX stealth to try to avoid a little bit of damage there, and I don't know if that was entirely worth it. Resource is really important for you right now, especially because you lost the center orb. And oh no, the Lucy will use that Petrify, and here comes the stun. Oh
my goodness, the Chrono Flux is going to come right back in the Flesh's face as he tried to use that ultimate. Borome by himself will be going down, and that was a great Chrono Flux out from Enda. That'll tie this game up at 1-1.
Good reaction. Good reaction from Enda to put the Chrono Flux down and reflected that snipe right back into In the Flesh, but In the Flesh was doing so well to keep Borome alive. They could have done it. They could have closed it out, but tough situation. I think Drama played out that situation very well and made sure the doors were shut. No comeback available.
And getting themselves right back into the game there. Skulky doing quite a lot of, I mean, both of them really, Enda and Skulky, just about even in damage numbers on the last round there. Enda just able to sit back and left click away, let those sands of time take its course, do its work. And here we go, Skulky in. The Clarity Potion is able to keep Skulky at bay a bit longer. Borome is able to hit that panic on an Enda as well, so Skulky needs to be careful. He'll try and get himself back in the middle and help secure that center orb. Great use of Chrono Flux to secure the orb, just to be safe. And the shield is going to go down onto Jade, so using that. Oh, the Chrono Flux yet again.
You need to juke the snipe against an Uldur. You just can't get away with letting it rock.
Yeah, he's got to be ready for that to come out and then be ready to cancel at any second as soon as he sees that Chrono Flux come down. But
good job from Team RMS to grab the center orb, and that actually gives them a lot of sustainability in this matchup. They're going to be winning in the max health fight. That's a big connection. Disabling shot onto Enda while he had a lot of health missing. And look at how much max health Enda is losing right now, and what's there for the counterattack for Drama? Not a lot. They're going to want to try to win the center orb fight. Oh, watch out for the reflect. Spent a lot of resources trying to get the middle orb, but didn't get it in the end. There's a big clarity, but now Croak has the opportunity to make a stun combo happen, but Enda gets taken down before that's possible.
That's a big snipe. Good connection from In the Flesh there. Skulky's all by himself, 1v2. Enda couldn't keep himself alive long enough, and Skulky should be going down here. He gets all the CC in the world, but still not going to help him. He's not going to be able to burst this enough. Oh. Dashing right into the snipe, and there we go. It's Team RMS coming right back with a round of their own, taking it 2-1.
In the Flesh, making Jade look good. Take a look at the battle rights that In the Flesh has taken every single thing into Disabling Shot. The first one's going to provide the root very strong. If they get silenced up by it, the silence and root combined basically means that you have a stun on your hands. It's a fantastic initiation tool and also really great for turning situations around. The second battle right provides you 10 bullets rather than 6 and increases your DPS by a lot. And the third one just gives a little bit of survivability to the Jade. Every time she lands it, she'll heal 16 health. And In the Flesh is using Disabling Shot really well. That was one of the things that really pushed Enda's health down low in the last match, in the last round rather.
Center Orb's coming up.
Nice, right now. Deadly Injection. So much damage being put onto Enda already, but here comes Croak on the counter attack. Snipe is being used, and Enda gets smacked by it and does get Disabling Shot. And again, look at his health coming down so low. Chrono Flux is going to stop a little more of the left bounce button, but the damage is already done. Needs to secure the center orb, and they do. And there doesn't look like a good opportunity for Drama to make a comeback in this match. The health level advantage is going so far in favor of Team RMS right now.
Enda's having a tough time. Thank God for Enda's sake, at least, and missing that snipe from Jade. But Enda's got a tough time here. Skulky is going at in the flesh here. Now backing off, gets panicked away though. Needs to be careful as he goes into Deceit. Is going to be able to connect on the end cap. Oh, missing the stun onto Jade though. He was aware of it coming. And
nice dodge on
back
the
in, gets that end cap stun.
There's a big combo. Doesn't land the stealth on Lucy.
Skulky
Lucy takes a little bit of damage, but Skulky and Enda are going to be put into a double threat situation soon. Furime is going to really need to look to push his teammates' health back up. Right now, they're also suffering a double threat, and I think that Drama has been doing a good job catching up the health levels back as they can. Watch out, Lucy! Watch out!
Skulky's so hurt. Oh my goodness, he's got 1 health. 1 freaking health. He's got to get these little green Skittles here. Here comes the ultimate. Is going to land.
Oh, no!
2 more shots on Enda as well. He is in dire straits. 27 health in the back. In the flesh has the opportunity.
In the flesh has another ultimate loaded because he took Furime's orb, and Enda is in a tough spot. It's going to be very important for In the Flesh to bait out that Chrono Flux. I think he should be relying on mostly left mouse buttons and disabling shots. But there it is. No, you can't whiff that. And he's going to try to use the ultimate. Mobility is being spent by Enda, and Furime, or rather In the Flesh, is wanting to push aggressively, but don't get juked by that. Nice. Good landing on the snipe. Very tough situation, and Enda made it very difficult, but in the end, Furime, or rather, I keep calling In the Flesh Furime, but In the Flesh played it out really, really well. Earns them the first map, going up 1-0 against former champions of the 2v2 format.
Oh man, that Chrono Flux was just a hair late.
Yes.
when In the Flesh was trying to secure that center orb. If he could have gotten that Chrono Flux out there just, I mean, a quarter of a second earlier, that would have totally changed the tide of that fight. And that's one that you just, I would say you can't really afford to mess up. You know when that snipe is going to come out of the rifle. I mean, you should have that timing down as a player that's played quite a lot. You know, just a missed opportunity. I think Enda really could have had that. This freaking Cable, man. But
Cable wants to be.
I know it's well. every time we come back to camera, just bloop, right down. I'm like, please. But guys, if you're enjoying everything, you want to keep up with all things Battlerekt, you can head to @Battlerekt on Twitter. Follow us there and tweet at us. Give us your feedback. You can also follow our personal Twitters as well. We like followers, but you know you can do that. Yeah,
love it.
But we are heading into our second map here in just a second. We'll see if there's any team comp changes, and it looks like Enda's deciding to go to the Lucy now instead of the Oldor.
Interesting pick.
Yeah, you know, on the side of Team RMS, they're staying the same, but
yeah, interesting pick. Gonna lose the ability to reflect some projectiles, and also I think one of the things that Enda was doing really well was securing center orb control with the Chrono Flux, but I think it was just a little too inconsistent for his tastes, perhaps, and maybe he just enjoyed the fact that he would have the panic. Never once did we see Enda using the Petrify, the EX Petrify on Oldor, but this situation is looking bad. Gets sniped up by Jade and is starting to lose a lot of max health. Croak will stun up Jade, and there's a big disabling shot. More health being lost by Enda right now. Barrier does come back up, but that barrier is chewed through really quick, and still no healing, and a big snipe on the other teammate.
In the Flesh is just crushing with these snipes right now. Able to land so many of them. Really showing some beautiful skill, and we're gonna see. I mean, not a huge health advantage for Team RMS though, despite a lot of these snipes landing and a lot of good damage coming out initially. Drama's really keeping themselves in the fight. Here comes the ultimate. Not able to connect on any of those shots. Sad zone. For In the Flesh.
Sad zone, yep. And also this is a disabling shot. Now the big thing to note about Team RMS's composition right now is both Enda and the Sulky are just about low enough that a connection on the snipe is going to end the game for either one of them. And there's a big disabling shot. Needs to run away. Gets interrupted on the fear. Gets feared out by Furime. And In the Flesh might be looking to close it out on the Croak. Where is he? They can't find him. Use the immaterial. There comes the snipe. Is going to whiff. The left mouse button's also whiff. And In the Flesh finally chases down the Croak. Will be able to close it out. Too much pressure. Snipe is not something you want a Jade to land back to back, because that is just a lot of damage that you're gonna have to deal with.
You know, there's times when Skulky gets really low on health, and he continues to press in really aggressively, and I just don't think Enda's in a position to continue giving that support, especially with him being so low. I think he, when he gets when he's starting to get real low on health, he really needs to be aware of Enda, if his heals are on cooldown, if he's got enough to sustain him, if he has barrier, what have you. In that last round there towards the end, Enda was not in a position, I think, to sustain Skulky as he kept in so aggressively with that low health. So, just need to be aware of that.
Such a rough spot, plus the landing of the disabling shot was big for In the Flesh. Gets feared up to start the match, but not going to be super inconsequential. Now has to deal with the camouflage. In the Flesh is going to choose to use the rocket jump. Misses the disabling shot, and that might put both of these characters on Team RMS in a bad spot. Skulky is trying to go more aggressive after he's used all his cooldowns, and he gets the DC up again. Will incapacitate Jade, and tries to chase down Varime, but whiffs the stun. Still a lot of damage coming out, and I don't think at this point Croak really even needs a CC to continue justifying his aggression.
This is good, I like this. Skulky really deciding to get onto Varime, and the barrier is going to have to be used as well. Snipe trying to come out, does connect onto Enda, and the ultimate is ready for In the Flesh, but Varime is so hurt using that immaterial to keep his teammate alive a bit before. Oh, here comes the ultimate as well. Out from In the Flesh, does connect on a couple of shots. Skulky quite hurt. One was able to hit Enda as well. Varime so hurt. Finally, Skulky able to finish it off. Snipe coming through.
Oh
does
no,
connect
watch
on
out!
Skulky really needs to get those heals going into stealth yet
He
again.
could use his ultimate here.
It does have it ready to use, just waiting for the perfect time, waiting till those jumps are down. Barrier is going to be down as well. And he's going to get on that mount and ride it. Oh no, getting blinded though. That's going to make it really difficult. That's an excellent blind out from Skulky. Such a good ability too that we don't see used all that often, but
really well played.
Able to secure it, tied up 1-1. I love that blind though.
Yes.
There's not many champs in Battlerekt that have the ability to blind like that, and I think it's really powerful.
Yes. And Skulky used it in a very good situation there. Yep. Made sure that it didn't lose a center orb. Definitely a situation where if the Jade was able to secure that, who knows where it would have gone, right? The extra meter, the extra health, and also perhaps threatening damage onto Skulky afterwards was a very tense situation, and Drama was able to navigate that and tie it up again. One round apiece, but Drama is still down a map, and they have a long way to go if they want to come back in this.
They definitely do have a long way to go, but certainly possible. Skulky did an excellent job that last round as well, really getting on to the Lucy and just dishing out that damage and just taking her down slowly. And that's, that's a great thing to do as Croak, because, once barrier is down and the panics are out of it, there's not all that much that a Lucy can do. Big snipe is going to connect with Skulky. He can get healed up and keep a lot of his health. Will get back up to full, essentially.
Wow, Enda's going to be able to steal away that center orb, but that looks really bad for Team RMS. They spent a lot of resources and tried to do a lot of damage and risked a lot of positioning and health to do so, but good EX snipe from Jade is going to put the root onto. There's a big combo and a toxic goo.
Man, that goo getting put out. Such good combinations coming out from Skulky and Enda, and it's going to be In the Flesh.
Beautiful coordination. I really, really like that. Got the deceit, incapacitate, plus a stun inside the toxic goo. Just perfectly executed.
That was wonderful. Enda using the goo at a perfect time as well, waiting till Varime was kind of stuck back in that corner, and then put it out there, and that's able to secure the round for Drama. They take a 2-1 lead in our second map. If they win this round, they'll send it into a third and final map.
Third and final map. Drama really looking alive now. Won 2 in a row, and I think that they've been playing really well in terms of pushing Skulky in an aggressive spot. The game started out really in favor of Team RMS, I feel, but after losing the center orb, everything was about Drama at that point.
Yeah, they have certainly started to play better in this second map for sure. Skulky's been, like I said before, doing a good job of getting on to Varime and just chunking him down slowly, and he's had great support from Enda as well. So here we go. It's map point. Getting panicked away is Enda. Skulky's caught in the thick of things. Got to be careful. He'll start to get his support yet again, but he's getting pounded with damage here. Gets that barrier from Enda, but he's got to get himself out. doesn't take that snipe, luckily for him.
Good use of the interrupt right at the key moment. I think In the Flesh was aiming for Enda, but happened to get Skulky instead, and I think that saved them a lot of damage. And the EX spent from Skulky is not really going to pay off. Petrify goes onto In the Flesh, uses a Clarity Potion, but I think it was all a bait, and now we find Verime in a tough spot. We'll use a big Clarity Potion to save a lot of damage, and Snipe is going to whiff, and that's a big whiff for In the Flesh. Would have been a huge advantage for them if they had landed that. The big thing to know is that In the Flesh actually has not lost much health at all, and using that EX stealth to really save Verime from that situation, things seem to be going much better for Team RMS right now after turning it around.
It's a full stick of butter for In the Flesh. He's got it ready to go, but in-capped and petrified. Great CC coming out from the side of Drama, using that EX stealth yet again. They're gonna try and secure the center orb here, I think. Oh no, they did. Yeah. They did get it.
Team RMS was able to secure that. Good Petrify onto Enda is going to set up some damage for In the Flesh. Meanwhile, Skulky is trying to 1v1 Verime there. Here comes a snipe. Will whiff on Skulky, and if In the Flesh lands a single snipe, they will be able to make a kill. In the Flesh is fully locked and loaded. Again, going to use the EX stealth, and I actually like that. Playing safe, and will get the orb for it, and secures the ultimate again. Here comes the Toxic Goo, and here comes the ultimate.
Oh, man. Getting crushed, landing all 3 shots. Skulky's going to go down. It's a big ultimate from In the Flesh. And Enda didn't have anything else to stop it from happening either, just had to take it.
Yeah, was really waiting for Enda to spend cooldowns, and then once they identified that Enda was in a weak spot, used the Toxic Goo to push him back, and then jumped after him and used the Jade ultimate to continue putting out the damage, and ended up securing the kill.
It's tied up 2-2 now. This is a crucial round for Drama. Absolutely must win to stay in the tournament. Things have been very back and forth here thus far, but see if they can send it to a third map.
Oh, this is dangerous. Nice. Has to use the EX stealth, but in the end, Verime is going to be the one that gets tagged on. But still lands a big snipe on Skulky, and will do a little bit of max health and damage, but I think Team RMS needs to focus on getting the center orb now. We'll land another snipe, and that's going to be a good play from Team RMS, and they will get the center orb as well. Now pushing the health down from Enda. Good use of the scatter shot to push Skulky away, give them the opportunity to choose which target they want to go on, and this split damage is really going to do a lot of hurt to Drama right now. They're in a tough spot, trying to line up the snipe, and doesn't quite get it.
Oh, that ult yet again, connecting 2 shots onto Enda, gets this in-cap, then stun on Verime, but still Drama in a bit of a tough situation now. They are at a health disadvantage, but Verime slowly taking the damage there from Skulky. They got the in-cap as well. Skulky keeping up the pressure. Here comes the goo as well. Verime caught in the middle of it. It's taken quite a bit of damage here. Skulky himself, though, quite hurt.
In the blind will actually land the Panic Blast, and that was key for Verime. He would have actually gotten taken out if he didn't land that Panic, but this might be a bad spot. He's got the shield on, needs to survive the deadly injection.
Oh, no.
What? Then he rolls out of the way.
Oh no! Now Enda's he's gotta finish off Verime if he has any shot at this.
Oh no, my
not
God!
Gonna happen.
Verime is from the Matrix.
Oh man, such a good opportunity there. I mean, he had to have had 15 health, maybe.
Oh
less.
My God!
Like nothing. But they couldn't quite secure the kill. A really close game nonetheless. And that will send Team RMS into the semifinals. Great game, though.
Oh, man.
Sad zone. Sad boys. I would have loved to have seen a third map, but not the case. Team RMS coming up big in the final seconds.
In the Flesh has been holding it down on the Jade.
Seriously.
And, you know, not the most popular pick in 2v2, and I think there are reasons for that, but In the Flesh really made it work. EX Stealth, providing immaterial. Yep. Very, very key. One of the best abilities, I think, in Battlerekt to be able to do the team immaterial with just one EX bar. Super big. Let's take a look at a replay from In the Flesh using the ultimate to land huge connections onto Enda. Take a look at that. 1, 2, 3, easy. And the Petrify Bolt is in the middle, in mid-flight when that happened. There, a beautiful clarity from Verime. The teamwork between Team RMS, In the Flesh, and Verime. Fantastic.
That is a big ult, man. Connecting all 3 of those shots. It's pretty tough to do on Jade a lot of the time. Waited for those cooldowns, though. Knew that he had nothing else to get away. I hate you. But, you know, still, big ult nonetheless, able to help Team RMS get themselves into the semifinals. So we will be bringing those games to you in just a little bit. We've certainly got some star-studded talent in our Final Four as well. You know, I'm certainly looking forward to it. But you know what? I love to see this Jade pick working because everybody loves the Jumongs, you know, all that in terms of range damage, and I'm really glad to see Jade kind of making an appearance.
Yeah.
And you know, getting more use in twos. You'll see Jade in very specific comps, maybe more in you know, like Jade Croak, like Telrosk likes to use. You know,
yes.
But other than that, it's not used all that much. So good to see it, nonetheless. Either way, let's take a look at the bracket, see what we have in our what's coming up in our top four. Still waiting for that last match on the bottom end of the bracket to finish up, but you can see Dream Crushers moved on the top end. They'll play Legendary first in the semifinals, and then Team RMS will take on the winners of Skywing and Mongo Bongo. Great name. I love it. Mongo Bongo. So that is great. I love it.
Waited on 4 big teams and 2 big matches coming up.
That's right. Yeah.
To see who will move on to the finals and who could be the eventual victor in 2v2 North American Battlerekt.
We certainly got a lot to go. I'm thinking Skywing will probably take that match on the lower end against Mongo Bongo. Who knows? Maybe they'll pull the big upset. We'll check it out soon. But if you guys want to get yourselves involved in some Battlerekt tournaments, you've liked what you've seen thus far, you can go to battlerekt.com, sign up there, click on the links. It'll take you to the GGN website. You can get involved in our 2v2s. We also do 3v3 tournaments as well. So definitely get yourselves involved. It's a lot of fun.
A lot of fun, and we would love to scream at you and shout out the things that you do. Gets us very excited, and hope it gets you excited as well.
Certainly, that's what we try to do. That's our goal. So we will be going to take just a little bit of a break here, and we'll be getting into our semifinal games. We got some good stuff coming up, folks. So don't go anywhere. We'll see you back here in just about 5 minutes or so for our top 4 of the NA 2v2 Battlerekt tournament. See you guys in just a little bit. Welcome back, everybody. Thanks for sticking with us here for the Battlerekt NA 2v2 tournament. My name is Gex, this is Rainy, and we're just about to get into our semi-final matchups. Here we saw a couple of good quarterfinal games. I hate this. Dude, somebody make a compilation of this thing just like falling. But yeah, so we got some semi-final games on the way. So we'll be diving into those here shortly. But we saw, as I said, first game we saw today a little one-sided. Second one really tight. It's some good fun, some good stuff. So you know we'll hopefully the games will just get better and better as we go on here.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. We're gonna see a lot of interesting teams clashing against each other. Obviously, we've only seen half of them, so we got to see Reap What You Sow and Ninjas playing the very aggressive Shifu Sirius comp, and then we got to see Team RMS with the Jade Lucy.
Yeah.
And that ended up going pretty well for them. Interested to see if that will carry on into the finals. We had something similar in EU where we had a Freya comp go into the semis, but they couldn't make it further. Hopefully that's not the case for Team RMS, but anything could happen.
Absolutely, that's right. And you know, speaking of Reap What You Sow and Ninjas, you know, as you were saying, they had that serious Shifu combo. They'll be going up against Averse and Stro. Really strong duo, those two. A lot of good coordination. They've played together quite a bit, so they'll be someone to look out for. They will be a tough team to go against for sure. And speaking of teams, let's go ahead and take a look at the bracket and see what we have for our top 4 Dream Crushers. As I said, Dream Crushers going up against Legendary first, and then Team RMS will take on Mongo. Bongo is. Am I seeing this correctly? Mongo Bongo.
You predicted Skywing to win, but Skywing got bongoed.
Terrible pick on my part. What is this? Skywing.
The Mongo Bongo, where they just go ham on the bongos.
I so thought that Skywing was gonna take that. Man, that's a good upset. I would consider it an upset anyway. Maybe the rest of the community may. Tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me to shut up. But
you can do that by by sending us a tweet at Battlerekt. You can tell us to shut up.
Tell me to shut up.
Sit down.
Never talk again.
Learn to play. Uninstall the game. That's also something you can tell us to do.
Yeah, I've considered
delete Windows.
Yeah, System 32.
System 32.
You know, what have you? Let us know. As we said, you can do that on Twitter at Battlerekt or our personal Twitters. But we are just about to head into our first semifinal here. We'll see what team comps, if we see them sticking with that serious Shifu or not. But we'll see as we go. But also, remember that these guys are trying to battle it out for some prize money. First place today will be taking home $200. Second place will get $100. They first need to win these games, though. First need to win these matches.
Only the top 2 get the cash money.
That's right, and that's what that's what these guys are really going for. It's a little bit of that cash money.
I want the demonic steed.
Yeah, man. Yeah, some teams just playing for the steed. They don't even want the money. But let's go ahead and go into game. And we'll see what these guys are working with as far as team comps go. Averse and Stro doing what they often do, the Jumong Holdor, and then Reap What You Sow, sticking to that serious Shifu combo.
Keyboard slamming, face slashing, spear spinning combo. That's Shifu Sirius right there for you. Avoids the Seeker's Mark and petrifies up the Sirius, and that's going to slow down their aggressive push by quite a bit, but they're going to take middle control, and that's going to give them center orb.
Oh, here we go. Got that orb. They're just looking to see where they can get in here. It's just a poke game right now. They're not trying to rush out of the center, Sirius and Shifu. They're just hanging tight. Ninja's gonna hit his counter, able to get a good charged shot onto Stro there. And now they're starting to aggress a bit. Big ultimate is gonna connect some good damage onto Averse. And now Shifu ultimate is going to do even more damage to Averse. That's so much. Averse is able to actually connect with his ultimate onto Reap What You Sow, but he's coming back in. Good petrify. No, on to Stro. Averse is in trouble now as he's got Reap What You Sow on his tail.
Oh, a big incapacitate is going to mean big connection here. Here comes Sirius. Throws a banana. Here you're going to have one more. No, gets him with the space. Wow. That was so tough for Averse to avoid. Jumong used all his cooldowns, but at the end of double black arrow was still sitting in the chopping block. And Reap What You Sow was just spinning and winning. Runs away with MVP for that match. So much damage.
Seriously, man. Reap What You Sow pumping out quite a bit of damage that last round. Top damaging with 518. And, you know, it's... These guys have really been making this Shifu Sirius combo work, getting all over Averse from the start. And Stro just could not, I mean, he can't sustain enough. Hello!
Check out the audience there.
Yeah, a lot of passionate fans here today. Here we go. Getting the
big
onto
incapacitate. Maybe the target is Uldor, or maybe they're just setting up to try to swap onto Averse once they can.
Oh, man, they are giving it to Stro here. And health is relatively even, though. Landing the Petrify onto Stro, though, so it's all Averse by himself. He's got to be careful. And now the Whirling Blade.
No!
He's getting stuck in his tracks, and now they're just trying to pound onto them into the corner here, though. Reap What You Sow is going to have to back off and take some heals. Not going to hit the counter, though.
Ninjas is going to have to run. Gets rooted up. It doesn't have a lot. Spends the last of his mobility, and Legendary is going to look to play a little bit passively for the moment. Lands a counter on Shifu, but will back away. It's not the time to go aggressive just yet, but I think now Ninjas has his cooldowns back up, so they could make something happen right now aggressively.
Stro's got his ult. Ninjas has got his. Going to use that ult. Oh, beautiful, baby. Gonna connect right onto Reap What You Sow, and then just pounding the damage. And now it is Ninjas all by himself. He does have his ult, able to get some damage off and actually hitting his counter as well. Doing a good job so far, but here comes the burst, rain of arrows, sands of time, everything else.
Man, that was beautiful. Well coordinated, landed the Uldor ult, put the rain of arrows on top, shot the arrow, got the black arrow, and Stro also smacked him with a little bit himself. And so much burst damage, and Uldor ult can be devastating at times. You really need to make sure you avoid the stun. Now, I'm not Beardy, and so I don't have all the numbers, but I'm pretty sure that Uldor has the longest stun in the game.
And that would make sense. I mean, coming out of there, it
the
can...
longest single stun.
Yeah. They can definitely be a massive stun. Sometimes his EX abilities are better than using his ultimate, but if you use that ult at the right time, it can do quite a lot. Getting the incap onto Stro, and now giving him an opportunity to go in onto Averse, who is completely separated from Stro at the moment. Needs to be careful. Now meeting back up with his teammate.
Ooh, tries to use a counter, but ends up staying in the Rain of Arrows. The thing is, Rain of Arrows, much like Sirius ult, will do damage through counter, and so Reap What You Sow took a little bit of extra that he probably would have preferred not to, and then whiffs another counter there, and Averse should be able to put in a lot of damage, but is actually going to miss a black arrow, and now they're going to turn onto Uldor. Look at how low he's going to go, plus the Spear is going to catch Reap What You Sow up, and there it is, a counter into the space. Sirius to close it out. Ninjas with the mobility.
Oh man, that is so good, that ult combination, using the slice and dice, putting him on the chopping block, and then Sirius ultimate in the back. Just so much damage. Now it's Averse. 1v2.
Yeah, this is just gross, disgusting. Look at the screen, just, oh my god.
Oh, throwing up.
Ugh.
Later. 2-1. It is Legendary in the lead in our first map in the best of 3. Dream Crushers still very much in this, but it is so tough, as I've said time and time again. Going up against a serious Shifu combo, man, they will just be all over you. You know, they can catch you off cooldowns, or, you know, while you're on your cooldowns, you are just toast.
Yeah. Momentum is really important. It's about when you have which cooldowns up, and the timing is so important. Legendary sets themselves up for really fantastic situations like this. A big Petrify into Weaken from Sirius is going to prevent Averse from really having effect on the match for a very, very long time, because even if he does connect any shots, he's weakened up and does half damage, and that's going to really help Legendary out a lot. Well, though, Reap What You Sow actually has taken a lot of damage himself and gets the Incapacitate with the EX bar onto Averse, but once Averse breaks out, it's going to spend that immaterial. But this is another situation. You don't have any more cooldowns to kite away, and so Legendary decides to spend both their ultimates on that.
And here they go, trying to jump back in on Destro, who's in the corner. He spaces out of it, now using his own ultimate. Is going to land right on top of Repo. Here we go! Getting that truck damage again so much.
Oh,
so quickly
man.
able to finish off
Nice.
Repo Yuso. And it is just Ninjas now 1v2. That combination, we've seen it twice now, is really strong for Dream Crushers. That may be one of their bread and butter combos that they need to start using more often, because they finally were able to shut down Reap What You Sow and just completely mulched. I mean, and now they're going to tie it up 2-2.
Averse had great timing. The instant the counter dropped, hit Sirius with the left click and the black arrow with the space bar. Those two shots ended Ninja's life, and really good connection. I mean, you only need one opening, really, and that was, what, half Sirius's health, maybe even a little more?
Yeah, just about. Yeah, it was some serious damage. No pun intended. Some serious damage. I need to avoid these puns. Here we go.
Oh, a big double root. Run! No, there's nothing there to hook onto.
Reap What You Sow's in trouble now. He's got nothing left. That root was huge, and he had nothing to get away. Dream Crushers coming up big here, and it is Ninjas 1v2.
Stro with the precision Uldur root. That was fantastic.
That's big. It's nice when you take that battle right off the start, being able to get that root. You know, and it's a good one to have when you have this comp that will really dive on top of you.
Dream Crushers brings it back and actually wins the match.
Yeah, that is a big comeback for them. You know, momentum-wise, being able to, you know, they were down, they were facing a game point there, map point, and they were able to, you know, come back, show perseverance, stay in it. Some really big combos for them, you know, using that Uldur ultimate and able to get the stun, and then just a hell of a lot of burst damage to be able to chunk whoever it was that they got in the stun and help them get some rounds and ultimately take that first map.
Yeah, I think that they did really well. Jumong Uldur is nothing to laugh at. I mean, in Europe, we saw Jumong Uldur make it all the way to the finals. That might be the case here, up 1-0. And against Shifu Sirius, they looked strong at first, but once the Battlerekt started kicking in, it went all to Jumong Uldur. Let's take a look, in fact, at the fantastic coordination between that Uldur ult and Jumong just laying in the pain. Take a look. The Uldur ult comes in, stuns up the Shifu. There's the rain of arrows. Averse is going to left-click black arrow. Actually whiffs even the black arrow. I didn't even catch that, but still so much damage being taken out. And look at this counter right when it falls off. Oh, my God. Oh, my goodness. Oh. Clip it forever on the internet. What's on the internet stays forever.
That's right.
Averse is going to be 96 years old.
And he'll be able to see that combo, show his grandkids, be like, Sonny, let me show you. Let me show you a little something.
Let me show you
back in the
real
day.
timing is.
Yeah, that's right, man. You know, meanwhile, these kids are playing, like, virtual reality, like Battlerekt or something. You know,
Battlerekt 50?
Some crazy stuff, yeah. But still super good combo. Looking to see some more of that going into the second map. I enjoy that quite a bit. It can be tough to land, but certainly powerful, to say the least, when you do land it. But guys, if you have liked anything you've seen thus far, you want to play in some tournaments yourself, get involved, you can head to Battlerekt.com, click on the links, go sign up. It's free. You know, you can't beat free things, right? Sign up. You got nothing to lose. Maybe you'll be the Cinderella story and make it to the finals and win a little bit of cash money as well.
Yeah, you can't beat free. I agree with that.
Yeah.
If you think you can land sicker combos than Uldur's Jumong, sign up, play.
Yeah, land some better combos than these noobs. You know, get in on it.
Get in on it. Let's get in on the game as well. Yeah. Heading into the second map, currently Jumong Uldur taking the lead right now. Oh, coming in aggressive. Dream Crushers.
Ninjas come back to the middle. They want this center control, able to get the Petrify onto Jumong. So we're going to go now for the center orb as Ninjas. See, they hit his counter. He's got to space out of there now after getting in-capped counter coming from Repo so, but unable to get that procced. But he's actually taken quite a bit of damage here, needs to be careful.
Nice use of the Rue is going to put or rather Shifu in a tough spot. And the Incapacitate, that could be a big connection here for Dream Crushers. Shifu going really, really low. And there's a rain of arrows. And that might close it out. No, he uses the ultimate for the shield. And there's the old world to answer. He's immaterial, though. The counter does not get procced in a verse. His patience pays off, and there it is. Flying through his opponents is Stro. And goodbye.
Oh, if Ninja's gonna get this, he's gotta take down a verse. Actually, a decent opportunity. Really needs to secure this kill, though. So hurt, goes immaterial. Last second, uses counter, not gonna get proc, though. And I think he might be done now. He's able to hit the banana.
You want some fruit? I got some fruit for you,
baby. Got him lined up. Got more fruit, and you know what to do with. Here comes the stun. No, Stro is gonna be able to finish this one
not
up.
like this.
Hit that counter, though.
Wait a minute.
Get the center orb.
Wait a minute.
Not gonna connect on that full ult. He's gotta go get those little green Skittles at the top there for sure if he wants a chance at this.
Oh,
he's going
to
get some max health back. That's a big counter hit as well. And he's not going to hit that barrier from Stro either, which is just massive. Oh, though, so
watch out!
No. Couldn't pull it off.
Stro. Man.
Well played by Stro.
That was too close for comfort.
Whew. That is, that's a good round, though. That's what we like to see here at Battlerekt. But there we go. It's Dream Crushers taking a 1-0 lead in map 2 in the best of 3. And, you know, Repo Yuso just couldn't really catch a break there. He took a lot of damage and couldn't hit his counters either. Good job from Dream Crushers not proccing those.
Yeah, very patient and good, especially in a clutch moment like that. It's very difficult to have that discipline and patience. But Dream Crushers set themselves up for a 1-round victory. And there's a good trap being placed by Averse. Will hit onto Reap What You Sow, and that's going to force them to spend cooldowns. Incapacitate into the Petrify, grabbing the center orb, and now Legendary might look to go aggressive on them. The target might be Uldor, but again, they kite away. Just enough cooldowns to trade with Legendary still. And that means that Reap What You Sow is losing a lot of health for these opportunities that are not paying off in very big ways. I mean, Sirius just spent his ultimate right there, and both players on Dream Crusher are still at 90% health.
Yeah, they really can't knock away this max health here. And still having a tough time is Reap What You Sow. He's raining arrows again, the roots. He's able to hit the counter. At least here comes Sirius ultimate, though, able to get some, but ooh, Ninja's doing a good job of dodging. He knew he was an easy target, some low-hanging fruit, but able to get himself out. The Reap What You Sow is quite hurt at the moment. Oh, he's got to get out of there. Not able to. Stro finishes him off now. It is Ninja's 1v2 yet again. There's so much health, though, on the side of Dream Crushers that it's just not even possible for him to have a chance at coming back. And 2-0 for Dream Crushers, rolling with it right now. It's match point.
Really well played from Dream Crushers. I like the way that they're playing it out. Are kiting very well, are punishing Reap What You Sow for any attempts at pushing in. Right now, Reap What You Sow is spending maybe 10-15% of his health to try to get a little bit of uptime on any of the opponents on either Averse or Stro, but they're not able to do any good max health damage, and so by the time the chaos clears away, you're left with a situation where Reap What You Sow is down to maybe 75% health, while Averse and Stro are still pristine, and repeat that situation a few times, and you get yourself into a really bad spot.
Again, match point for the Dream Crushers here, former NA 2v2 champion for Battlerekt. They won, I believe it was the first week of Battlerekt, actually, so it's going to be big. Oh, my goodness. Stro is in some trouble here, folks. Look out, Loretta. He's got to get himself out of danger, and he has been chunked down quite a bit. Now, Averse is the target of choice, as both of them are starting to come in, though. Oh, the counter from Sirius not going to land.
Oh,
big ultimate out, gets petrified in the middle of it. Though Sirius himself is taking quite a bit of damage here. Needs to be careful. Slowly working back into this round as Dream Crushers, but they are at a pretty big health disadvantage as Reap What You Sow trying to come in, though, gets rooted. He's going to try and get out of there. Ninja's not going to hit his counter either. So here we go. Oh, now it's time to go in onto a burst. Stroh's going to use his ultimate.
Oh,
does land it. Oh, Sirius
the
is hurt.
incapacitate.
Rain of Arrows counter comes out. Jumon goes down. Sirius able to keep himself healed up. Now Stroh has a decent opportunity. If he could finish off ninjas, he might be able to do this, but he doesn't have enough room to get over there. Gets the Petrify off. Healing himself up. Trying to land some of that burst damage, can't quite do it. Oh no, he hits the counter too. If he didn't hit that counter, I'd say maybe he's got a shot, but now it might be just a bit too much. Yeah, there's the ultimate.
There it is. Well played by Legendary. Really big connection. One of the things that turned around was Stroh actually hit into Reap What You Sow's counter twice in that match, and that changed the dynamic of things a lot. I mean, when you use Time Bender, despite the fact that Shifu is an immaterial, you can actually push him back if you block one of the melee hits that Shifu utilizes against you, but Stroh was not able to do that in the first situation and lost a ton of health, and that gave too much momentum to the Legendary side. Really have to watch out for giving Shifu free opportunities to get uptime on you. And that's one of the things that they were doing so well before, and it might happen again. There's an incapacitate, there's a counter, and Stroh will hit into it again. There's a Time Bender, and so he's going to save himself a little bit of health. And the EX Petrify, but look at, oh my god, Ninja!
What happened? He had nothing left. I didn't see exactly the full scenario, but I'm guessing he used his counter in space and had nothing to get away. And that is trouble. Trouble indeed for Reap What You Sow. And I think this may be it. That's some crucial mistakes coming out there from Ninjas. I mean, he's using his ultimate, but it's just, you know, doing whatever he can at this point. I can't imagine he's going to get back into it. Man, that is sad for Legendary. Dream Crushers taking it 3-1 in the second map. Ninja's just getting caught with his pants down.
It's tough because they really wanted to go aggressive, but the thing about Sirius that a lot of people like to do is they like to take big risks, right? They use their spacebar to get in and hit the charge shot. Then they're thinking, well, if I get them to hit my counter, I get another charge shot, then I use my R, and I get a third charge shot, and I do a ton of damage. But what ends up happening is they space in and maybe they hit that charge shot, but then your opponents are patient and they wait and they watch you just counter. Then all of a sudden you're down your jump, you're down your counter. You actually have nothing to protect you. And you don't even have EX bar enough to put Weaken on to mitigate damage. You just get piled on and you die instantly. It's very, very risky to play that way.
Yeah, that's you know, that's the problem really. You go in there and you miss all your, you know, miss your counter. If you already jumped in, you are pretty much grade A screwed.
Grade A.
Yeah, grade A. No grade B screwed, like grade A dunzo. So, you know, it's a risk reward if you can go in and, you know, hit your counters and get those weakens off, those charged, you know, the charged scythe or whatever the hell it is that Sirius is carrying in his hand. You can really do that damage, but, you know, regardless, that is going to be Dream Crushers moving into the finals. We will be having a second semifinal coming up here, but we do have a replay coming up for you guys. Let's go ahead and take a look at that.
Gonna watch how this Sirius gets dunked, and you're gonna see that he's gonna initiate with his spacebar. There's a counter being popped, and he's gonna cancel it immediately. Guess what? You have nothing left. Jumong is piling arrows into your backside, and there's that left-click spacebar combo from Jumong. So much damage. Goodbye, Quicksand. You're done.
That is, I mean, what, he went from half health, three-quarters health to 0 in about 4 seconds, maybe, if that. Just
left-click space is a ton of damage just from Jumong himself, and then add on to the fact that Uldor's Quicksand does about 24 or something like that.
You know, that's, you're talking some unreal damage right there. So one of the many combos that help them get into the finals. Coming up next, we're going to be having again, it's going to be in the flesh and Vorme. This time going up against Emperor and Dark Derby or Dark Derb, something like that. The guys, the Mongo Bongo boys.
Mongo Bongo. I'm excited to see.
Pulled off
Emperor
the big
and Dark Derbas.
Dark Derbas. Yeah, they pulled off the big win against Skywing, which I was not expecting at all. So it's good to see some new faces making it in to semis. They want to make it all the way to the final. So let's head in game and check it out, see if they're able to come up with another big win and get to our Battlerekt finals here. As far as team comp goes, Emperor's going to be on the Rook, and Dark Durba's on the Croak, and then of course Vorme in the Flesh. They're going to be running their same Jade Lucy combo.
Weird compositions that we're seeing in this matchup. Rook, Croak, so much CC, a ton of damage. Armor break plus Croak is a world of pain, plus Rook's double stun and the single stun from Croak is going to mean that I want to see some big connection.
This is it.
I want that to happen at least once in this series. Show me a stun lock.
It's gonna be interesting. I haven't seen this combination yet in 2v2s. So
oh, and here it is!
Right away, barrier was down. Vorme.
Look at Vorme's health.
Well, just so hurt already. Had to use
barrier is at a bad time. Nice, uses the immaterial and gets away from the Rook stun, and that was super key. But here comes another stun, and maybe there's a crushing blow coming.
Ooh, that's a good petrify though. Able to shut him down at least for the time being. And still, Vorme in some trouble, having to use the roll away. Good use of that EX stealth yet again to give Vorme at least.
No! And the stun lands again. There is a clarity potion to remove the stun, but still so much damage being taken. But Croak is taking a lot himself, and Barrier comes up for the Lucy, and that's going to help her survive quite a bit.
That's some good goo right there. Oh, Snipe not going to connect on Emperor, though. They're actually getting themselves back into this round and are probably going to win it. Now it is just Dark Durba's all by himself. They take center orb, Team RMS, and it's just Dark Durba's all by himself. And, you know, they started off the round really strong, but, you know, Team RMS able to get themselves back in it really well. Here comes the ultimate in, and try and do what he can, but I can't imagine pulling off this comeback. If he does, I will eat the hat that I don't have. But end him. There we go.
There we go.
Here we go.
Measured aggression, right? They started out really, really strong, but at some point your aggression is going to have diminishing returns. You want to reset, gain back footing, go back to the neutral game, and find yourself a second situation where you can make a big connection happen. And I think that Emperor and Dark Durbas were just a little bit too keen on trying to put on that damage and pushed a little bit too hard. Ended up losing a lot of health chasing Vorme around. Rather, the good option might be to turn around and hit the Jade, right? Or maybe kite away, kite behind a pillar and reset your cooldowns and make sure you can coordinate a big opening again. Something like that, but did a lot of damage, pushed a little bit too hard and ended up losing the round, but I think they can do it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it worked well at the start. And Vorme was smart to use the Battlerekt that knocks people back and puts out damage whenever barrier is used. He knew that they were going to be all over it. And here we go. They're getting in yet again, able to get the end cap stun. Man. Some good damage off onto Vorme yet again. And going to have a slight health advantage. Big snipe, though.
We'll take the center orb. The big rock from Rook is going to allow them to get the center orb. And Rook is trying to play some heavy mind games with Team RMS right now. But he's going to really want to land a charge, one of these attempts, to really make big connection happen. And let's see, it might be now. There it is. No, uses a barrier at just the right time. Avoids a stun from it, actually, because of the knockback. And that's fantastic timing from Vorme.
Be able to grab that center orb as well. Oh no, Emperor. Oh, he's able to proc his counter just in time, but he's still so hurt. And these immaterials coming in at great times. Oh, Croak going down. It's gonna be Emperor going down as well. 2-0 for Team RMS.
They're doing so well avoiding the charge from Rook. If it's not a rocket jump out of the way, it's for me putting that shield on, getting that knockback at just the moment where Rook is close enough but not close enough to get the stun, pushes Rook away and actually avoids any kind of CC or damage that Rook would have otherwise done. That's really big for Vorme and in the flesh. Emperor, I hope that he recognizes what's going on and will change up how he's approaching and try to make sure that he clears out barrier before he goes for charge attacks.
Yeah, he's gotta be aware of
what
they have up. Here we go. He's gonna get his Berserk as well, doing some good damage to Jade off the start here, but we've seen this happen before. They get some good damage at the start of the round and then able to turn things around later on. But there we go. Orb is up. And, oh man, Emperor is just really taking a lot of damage. He's got to be careful. But here we go. Going into Deceit as Dark Turbo's charging in, can't connect. And then he's just getting left click to hill by Jade. A big snipe as well is going to connect with Dark Turbos. And they are definitely in some trouble here at a pretty good health disadvantage.
Good use of the rocket jump to stun up Croak and got the battle right for the increased stun. There's the ultimate. Will track down the Croak and take him out, and now finally does a Rook fall 3-0. Bongo loses the first map, and that looked convincing. I mean, Rook Croak burns out fast, right? You don't have a lot of sustain. You're going for a lot of damage, and if you fail, if you whiff a few abilities, which there were a lot of whiffed abilities, a lot of whiff charges, crushing blows not landing, and just being kited out, you're not gonna survive long.
Yeah, you are definitely not. And that's the thing, Emperor's charging in, and then he would just get left click like crazy, maybe a snipe here or there. And I like the team comp in theory, you know, that Rook and Croak. I mean, you know, in theory, you know, it can work. It's just, so far I've been having a tough time. And the thing is, In the Flesh has been doing a great job, him and Vorme, really alternating the use of barriers, those EX stealths to, you know, avoid, mitigate damage. They've been using those really well, and have been able to kite them well. So, you know, we'll see how the second map plays out. But let's take a look at the replay here from our first map.
Teamwork between Vorme and In the Flesh is absolutely spot on. Takes down the Croak here, and Vorme is gonna drop the Toxic Goo. There's a rocket jump for the stun. Leaves Rook in the goo to just get eliminated, disintegrated, gooed up.
On. Yep, gooed on, gooed up. All that good stuff. So, they will have a shot at getting back in here. There's a second map. It is a best of 3, keep in mind. So, still opportunity. We'll see if they want to change up the comp again. We haven't seen many comp changes today, so you know, we'll see if they bring that out. But guys, if you you know, you like this stuff, you like us talking, you like the tournaments, we would definitely appreciate a follow on Twitter. That would be great. At Battlerekt on Twitter. You can hit us up there. It's our official Twitter account. Give us your feedback. Anything else? Keep up with everything Battlerekt related. Do it there. But we have a second map coming up for you in our last semifinal of the day. Winner will go on to play against Dream Crushers. Team RMS is one map in the lead, so we'll be heading in there now. And it looks like no comp change. They want to make this Rook and Croak work.
The dream.
The dream indeed. The dream indeed.
Dream Crushers are not in this series. It's going to be Team RMS versus Bongo. Already having one upset against Skywing. Can they make another happen? And In the Flesh will use Rocket Jump to get it out of the situation. Gets the charge stun out. Will use the Immaterial to avoid some of the damage there. But ultimately not enough to justify how much health Bongo lost. Will lose the center orb as well, I believe. There's a big snipe being lined up, Incapacitate being put on the Jade, and now there's a stun, and here comes Rook to try to follow up the stun, but the rocket jump is perfectly timed, will avoid the Rook charge, and also stun up the Rook. And again, we find a situation where In the Flesh gets out with literally no health lost, essentially, just because of his max health not being pushed down, and there's a big connection, and this might be big. Here comes a Croak stun into the Rook stun. That's a connection that we were looking for, but the Immaterial on his stealth will kind of calm things down. They need to find another opportunity to make something happen.
There we go.
Immaterial again. The Jade is doing so well, saving both himself and his teammate.
Oh man, Emperor though, taking a snipe. He was walking forward. In the Flesh was just lining up and able to hit the snipe.
Oh, wow.
Here we go. Getting some good damage off finally though. In the Flesh is able to stay alive, and Emperor goes down. So here's the goo coming out, and oh, he's not having a good time here. He's got to hit this Deceit, if anything. Oh, does get it. The end cap at least. Oh, couldn't connect on the stun onto In the Flesh though, and now he's just gonna get pounded with damage. He had the deadly inject on him. He went Deceit though, and In the Flesh just avoiding, you know, avoiding the damage. Going Immaterial, and he should be kaput here momentarily.
Kaput is the right term to use, and here we go. Oh.
Just breathe on him. He's so hurt. 6 health. Breathe.
There it is.
There we go.
There it is.
Team RMS taking the 1-0 lead. Map 2, Mongo Bongo. I'm a little disappointed so far. They haven't been able to even get around.
Yeah, it's tough between Clarity Potion and the EX Stealth. No matter who you go on, there is an opportunity for their teammate to bail the other one out of jail, and so it's hard to find a clean connection. Emperor is doing really well, spinning his mouse around, spinning his character around, and making him tricky to hit, and also tricky to decide when he's going to charge and where he's going to charge. But ultimately, it doesn't matter to In the Flesh and Furume because they can just wait for that charge to happen and then react accordingly afterwards.
Oh, here we go. 2 more rounds, and Team RMS will take the match. Mongo Bongo wants to have something to say about that, though. Emperor couldn't connect. Gotta be careful missing the snipe. A rare miss from In the Flesh there. They were grouped up, too. That was kind of an easy opportunity to try and get in and land a snipe. There we go. Good charge in, getting the stun, going in material, though. Missing that snipe just barely. Emperor got himself around the corner in time.
Still losing a lot of health is Mongo Bongo, and in the end, that's really what matters the most, is that they're trying so hard to land a big wombo combo, but the slow-paced, consistent damage of Lucy Jade is winning out over time.
They're not able to get many of these center orbs either on the side of Mongo Bongo. You know, Team RMS has just been controlling it pretty much non-stop. There we go. Just as I say that, I think Emperor may have been able to grab that one, but here comes the goo as well. Emperor is stuck in the middle of it, might take a strike. No, redirecting over to the Croak, and he gets panicked away while in camouflage, and boom, a big ultimate out from In the Flesh. Now Dark Durba's all by his lonesome, and will he...
Seen this before.
Yeah, he really wants to go for the glory on these.
Oh, man.
And it's never going to happen, Dark Durbas. Not with this low health.
Wow, just barely gets over the wall.
He's going to try, though.
They're right there.
Oh,
there's the ultimate. Tries to go for the stun, but knows exactly where he is, and In the Flesh will finish it out 2-0. About to sweep Mongo Bongo, and it's a little bit sad to see a Rook Croak get defeated like this, but there's a reason why it's not the most popular top to run. I mean, the fact that they actually made it to the semifinals is actually quite impressive.
Seriously, and taking down A-Wing in the process, you know, Skywin and A-Wing, like it's a pretty big win. So, I mean, like you said, the fact they got here is great. But In the Flesh and Furume just able to kite them off pretty well. And there's not much that these guys have been able to do about it. And if they win one more round, Team RMS are going to book themselves a spot in the finals to take on Dream Crushers. I want Mongo Bongo to at least get one here. Come on, give me one round, even if you don't win the match.
Mongo Bongo, make it happen. Oh, awkward. Wow, does the spinning, crushing blow and actually lands it on the Lucy, but the question is the follow-up is not really there. Rook already down to about half health, and meanwhile, Team RMS, both characters still at max.
Oh man, they just can't. I can't catch a break, man. They just kite them so well, and then, you know, just sit there. Jade is spamming away In the Flesh like left clicks, and then maybe a snipe here or there. But over time, they've just been chunked. Oh, Dark Durbas jumped in, got something on the orb. In the Flesh was lining it up for the orb, and then spun around last second, putting it into Dark Durba's teeth, and now he is actually quite hurt. Oh, scatter shot's gonna connect as well. Emperor is so hurt using his counter, and nobody was even near him. He's eating up his fish, but these guys are still so hurt. Oh, Snipe connects as well. He's gotta be done. Procs the counter, but finished off in the end. And Mongo Bongo is about to enter the sad zone.
Yep. You're about to be real sad. Avoids a goo. Avoids a lot. There's a deceit.
He's making his life long as last as possible. It's not gonna happen. I guarantee it.
Wow. I think he actually got that orb.
Did he?
Yeah, I think
That's
so,
impressive.
But gets taken down in the end, and Team RMS will make it to the finals. Mongo Bongo There was a dream once upon a time, but it was shattered.
Let me tell you,
Now
that
they
dream
will
is
be
dead.
eliminated.
The dream is dead. Rest in peace. But nonetheless, great job from In the Flesh and Vorme. As you said, they're Rainy. They're going to head into the finals to take on Dream Crushers.
Going to be an interesting finals. Jade, Lucy against Jumong Uldur.
Yeah, the battle of the range DPS as well. You know, so should be an exciting game. Definitely looking forward to that. Still so disappointed. Mongo Bongo couldn't come up with least a round. I just want to see. I wanted to see it work once.
Yeah,
just one time. They even went. I said if they won, there was gonna be a hat eating, and the guys behind the desk even went to go get a hat. I didn't have a hat. They went to go get the hat. It's back there. I see it sitting on a table.
They really wanted you to eat it.
I know, and I'm sad.
All right, let's take a look at a replay from the last map we just watched, and take a look at In the Flesh. Fantastic on the Jade today. Gonna use that ult and get a whole bunch of shots to land, and by a whole bunch, I think I mean only one of them. Let's see. Oh no, he gets 2. He whiffs 3. He whiffs 2 and 3 and lands 1 and 4. Takes down the Rook. Beautiful.
That is beauty if I ever saw it. And now that puts them into the finals. I've said it probably 3 times now, but they are playing Dream Crushers. In case you didn't hear it the first 2.
Did you know that Dream Crushers are playing Team RMS in the finals?
Oh, really? You don't say?
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't say.
This just did.
Oh, wow.
You heard it here first, Battlerekt.
Yeah, breaking news.
Make sure to send that tweet out at Battlerekt.
Yeah, can we, social team, can we get that tweet out, please?
Dream Crushers versus Team RMS.
Check it out at Twitter.
Follow us on Twitter at Battlerekt.
At Battlerekt on Twitter.
Also,
latest news
just
there.
something interesting for you, if you didn't know already. Dream Crushers is facing Team RMS in the finals.
Whoa. Sheesh. Well, news to my ears, let me tell you. Let's take a look at the bracket.
Who's going to be playing
take a look at who we have playing in the finals. Whoa, it's Team RMS and Dream Crushers. What do you know? Crazy. So, you know, this is gonna be a great game here. Dream Crushers, they are going to be trying to secure their second Battlerekt 2v2. Their second Battlerekt 2v2 championship, and Team RMS also looking for one here as well. Of course, I think this is the first time they've even been in the finals, I want to say. Once again, I should probably know these things, but this is definitely a big match to come. There's also some prize money on the line too. Indeed, you know, both these guys are going to be able to take home some cash, but the difference between first and second place is $100. First place would get $200. Second place gets 100. So, you know, if whoever wins this one's gonna be, you know, taking home some of that extra cash money.
Yeah, so, 200. There's $100 riding on this game right now.
Yeah.
I think that Jumong Uldur will have an edge in this matchup, but In the Flesh has demonstrated that he plays a Jade that seems to be out of the current expectations for what could happen in a Battlerekt game, and maybe do you believe that Jade could face off against Jumong? Typically, it's not a very good matchup. Jumong plays spacing much better. Jumong has a much more balanced kit, has multiple opportunities for getaway and invulnerability, but does not have the team protection that Jade does.
Hey, you know, I think it can work. In the Flesh and Vorme have been playing great so far today.
Let's take a look. Let's jump into the game.
We're heading into it. They're in the first map. It's going to be the same comps we've been seeing them play all day. And keep in mind, folks, this is a best of 9 rounds in each individual map. It's best of 3, best of 9, or a win score of 5 if that suits your fancy. And here we go. Oh, big chrono flush there is going to take that snipe, put it right back into In the Flesh's teeth.
Just when Team RMS was stabilizing again and about to recoup a lot of the health that they had lost, the reflected snipe puts In the Flesh right back into that danger zone and gonna get rooted up in there and gonna lose a lot of health for it. I think Stroh really would have liked to land a few more of those left clicks and trying to land the black arrows as well. Will use the ultimate to push the orb away, and Dream Crushers is in dominant control of this game, spending the resources to try to control the orb, and will do so successfully.
Oh man, so hurt, so much damage. got taken down in the flesh.
Wow.
Gonna follow up his
That
support teammate.
was not close.
No.
That was not close.
Nope, not at
That
all.
was not close.
Not gonna beat around the bush on that one. Hey, just got a steamer right on him. Took a now
Took a steamer.
Took a steamer. I'm
I
not
will
gonna
not
get any more
inquire
graphic
further.
than that. It doesn't require further explanation. That was a steamer, and now that is gonna be 1-0 for Dream Crushers. My goodness, indeed. So we'll see. We'll see if they can get back in it. I mean, Jumong definitely considered the better range DPS pick, I think, overall in the current meta. But I am confident in the flesh to make this work.
Oh man, look how much damage already Vorime is taking. Half health. There's a snipe coming in, and the disabling shot is going to allow some damage to be piled onto a verse. It's really going to come down to the center orb control. Going to use the Dragon Slayer. No, switches up to Jade, and they still win the center orb. And again, it just feels like Dream Crusher is having such an easier time in this matchup. Nice combo from a verse onto In the Flesh. Oh man.
Oh, Lord help them.
Somebody. If not the Lord, then somebody.
Somebody, please. Oh man,
911.
Crushing.
Speed dial.
Get these guys some help. They've fallen and they can't get up. It's 2-0. They are getting completely outclassed by this Jumong and Oldor combo of Verse and Stro. They've been here before. They've done this. They're a great twos combo, and I mean, I don't even know what they can do really to make this work. I just think one, overall the comp slightly better for Dream Crushers, but two, that Chrono Flux from Stro is really able to shut down In the Flesh as well a lot of the time, and able to either reflect some of the snipes. Oh, look at that! Their Time Bender's gonna send it right back at Vorime, and that is yet another tough part.
Man, and whipping the disabling shot was really tough. Oh, and the reflect! Stop hitting yourself! Why are you doing that?
Yeah, come on.
Stop doing that! It's not good for you.
No, it's not good at all. Your health is just
the pain
dwindling.
will not go away.
Ooh, the old double. Oh, there we go. Got the double Petrify and able to land the snipe right after the Petrify was off, though. Vorme's going to be in a bit of trouble using the EX stealth, able to save his teammate. Jumong getting panicked away, and Vorme's got a full stick of butter, so does In the Flesh.
Uh-oh, watch out, Stro.
Oh, here comes
He's gonna
that
go for the
combo.
stun. And Oldor gets taken out by some kind of dot damage right there, and a Verse is being left alone, and actually Team RMS will turn it around, and I think that was off the back of a really good double Petrify into the snipe combo and allow them enough pressure and enough momentum to take control of center orbs, push a Verse away. Good use of the Panic Flask from Vorime gained them a little bit of positioning advantage there, and now we're in this situation where a Verse is down to zero health.
Yeah, finished off by the goo. Team RMS is going to get around on the board. They're still in it. Absolutely still in it. It's 2-1 for Dream Crushers. And good to see them get back into the game there. Finally able to chunk away at some of that health, landing some good combinations. It all started off with that good double Petrify from Vorme, and then In the Flesh able to connect on the snipe, and it just kind of snowballed from there, it seemed, a little bit. But
yeah, keep in mind that the finals is a win score 5, so there's still quite a few rounds to play here. Team RMS wins back 1.
They are getting back in for sure.
Man, put some glasses on, Agurs. He just missed like 5 left clicks, and now he's connecting. That's what we want to see.
That is what we want to see, but here we go. He's getting pounded away by the sands of time, using the EX stealth, lining up for the snipe.
Nice. Using the stealth to make sure that they weren't sure where the snipe was coming from, secures himself the center orb, and that's going to be really important for Team RMS. They need every little bit of advantage that they can get to win out this matchup.
Ooh,
the Chrono Flux not in time.
Yeah.
Landing some good damage onto Ildor, and now they can threaten either the Jumong or the Ildor to push max health damage. Ildor has not had the chance to pick himself up. No, watch out for the Chrono Flux. Good cancel on that, and actually Team RMS is going to win the center orb again, and they have 2 full sticks of butter. Let's see where they're going to spend it.
Ooh,
Nice, another Chrono Flux, and this is really, really big for Team RMS. That's 3 successful snipes that they've been able to get away with, and Stro still has had that cooldown in mind.
Good immaterial from In the Flesh.
Baited it out.
Baited out that Chrono Flux indeed. The root came out from Oldor, and In the Flesh able to secure that orb yet again for Team RMS. They got 2 full ultimates. Goo is gonna come out, nobody getting caught in the middle of it though. Stro is extremely hurt here, able to get the Petrify off onto In the Flesh. Vorme's gotta be careful using barrier, and Stro is definitely gonna be the target here, having space away and trying to just dish those heals out if he can. Health advantage in favor of Team RMS. Chronoflux out yet again. The root luckily able to receive a barrier.
Nice, using the EX snipe to take that orb. Knew that it was going to be faster than the old charge snipe and didn't need that much damage to take it. Good choice by In the Flesh. In the Flesh has been playing really, really well around Stro, but Stro, I think, might need to think of adapting right now. And again, he falls for it, getting baited out one more time, and that's going to provide Jade a big opportunity to make a kill here. Tries to use the rain of arrows and chase In the Flesh down, but again, they're going to secure the orbs. I feel like 100% of the orbs have gone to Team RMS this game.
Yeah, which has really kept them in it, giving them a lot of advantage.
Nice, using the Petrify Bolt. There's the ultimate. Run away.
Ooh, was able to hit one, barely hung on. Just 11 health though. Jade finally falling, and they're working their way back into this round here. Dream Crushers though. Vorme's got a good opportunity. Oh, getting taken out of the map. That's a huge panic. Vorme able to secure it. Clutching 1v2, finishing it off with the goo. That is big time plays coming out of Vorme and able to tie this game right back up at 2-2. Woo, baby. Good stuff. I'm loving it. And you were just, here we go, Rainey's just got his hands sitting on his forehead. He can't believe it. The look of, I don't know if this is disgust. What are you feeling?
Deep sadness. Sadness that is ingrained in the heart right now. Just, I feel the salt flowing.
A lot of salt. Heading into the salt mine.
Gets panicked out of the map, and Stro gets taken down, and then the toxic goo taken down the first as well. That's a hard loss to take, and will bring the scoreline to 2-2. What a turn of events.
It's a big turn for sure. We got ourselves a game, folks. As EX stealth coming through. Vorme's taking a lot of damage here. Gotta be careful.
Again, baited out. The Chronoflux being spent, and Snipe is still on the table.
Yeah, In the Flesh has been doing a good job of learning to kind of bait that out a bit more.
Oh, not that time.
No, that one's gonna
Should have gone
right
for
back.
a verse rather than Stro, because you know that the range is not enough for Stro to put it in between In the Flesh and a verse. So went for the, watch out for the
Haha, baiting it though. That time. That's good.
Oh!
Ult's gonna connect with In the Flesh. Him and Vorme both quite hurt here, going for the snipe yet again, unable to connect. Chrono Flux out. Goo is gonna do some good damage to a verse.
Pushing it back in.
Pushed back in. Oh my goodness! There he goes down, a verse.
The sick clarity potion and the EX snipe. Chrono Flux is out, and actually the cooldown is offset. Nice from Vorme. That was precise. That was clean.
Precise.
That was surgical.
Surgical precision coming out from Vorme. Great clarity potion. Shoving a verse back in. He had nothing to get out. And that actually puts Team RMS in the lead, 3-2.
All right, they're making it happen, and that's a consistent theme across this tournament, making me believe in that Jade.
Jade-Lucy combo, man, it has been working thus far.
And again, another bait, but this time Stro doesn't fall for it. I wonder if he's becoming wiser now. Watch out for the arrow. Will use the barrier to mitigate damage, but that was risky. I mean, a verse could have flicked to a different target. But Team RMS is still losing a little bit of ground here, and Dream Crushers will win the orb.
Verse has got his ultimate up, ready to go. Root comes in onto In the Flesh. Chrono Flux out yet again. Going immaterial for In the Flesh. Ooh, Uz lining up for the snipe. Oh,
nice.
Nope. Unable to connect. Actually, Vorme is quite hurt here. He's got to be careful.
Jumong is just winning out the duel, and meanwhile, Jade has not been able to connect. The big problem is Jade has spent almost the entirety of her time trying to bait out cooldowns from the Oldor. If it's not the Chrono Flux, it's going to be the Black Arrow. If it's going to if the target is Oldor, there's still a Time Bender as well, and so there's just so many things that Jade has to get rid of before she can actually do any damage in this matchup. Meanwhile, Jumong has just been going ham on Vorme.
Oh, Vorme's got
Pushes
that.
it back in again.
Able to do some good damage. It'll at least allow them to work back into the round. They're still...
Watch out for the ultimate. Don't get put into the wall. And again, the center orb goes to Dream Crushers.
Yeah, they've been doing a good job of controlling this round, and has led to a lot of success for them now.
Run!
Oh, getting backed in the corner. Run, please.
Oh, man. Dream Crusher's bringing it back, and I like this. The return to kind of just stable play. Let's play the neutral game. Let's play honest to the cooldowns. Don't get baited out every single time. Call In the Flesh's bluff. You know that he's just juked the last 5 times, so if you hold, In the Flesh is going to just keep juking. The big problem is when you juke, you don't actually do anything with your time, and so if you don't respond, you just wasted 3 seconds of your life doing nothing. And at some point in that round, In the Flesh started looking like me, just procrastinating. Just getting nothing done.
That's what I'm best at as well. That is what I am good at. I don't think these guys should try and follow suit, though.
Oh, gets reflected. But then again, if you don't bait, that's what happens. And the mind game is just too strong.
Exactly. It's really becoming mind games for these guys between the Chronoflux and the Snipes. And here we go. EX material coming through. And the Snipe going to connect onto Stro that time. Vorme's got the goo already. Going to use it, but no, wasn't able to follow up. You want to be a bit closer to a verse in that situation to be able to get the Clarity Potion on him and shove it back in, but he used it. He was too far away. And that Clarity Potion's not going to travel far enough. In the Flesh also is taking quite a bit of damage here. Needs to get some heals. And they're going to be just about evened up.
Watch out. Uses the EX stealth to try to avoid some damage, but Jaden's getting really low. Watch out, you gotta jump!
Heals, Vorme, heals! Oh goodness.
And Dream Crushers will take the center orb, and that puts Team RMS in a bad spot. The Rain of Arrows is gonna do a ton of damage, and missing the disabling shot, and slowly but surely Team RMS is running out of options. Uh-oh.
This could be deadly. No, he isn't gonna be able to connect onto Vorme. Stro may be a target for them to go for. That Rain of Arrows narrowly escaping, just barely. Oh, that big root as well.
Oh my
a lot of damage. Now they're separated.
So low on health. There's a Chronoflux. There's no cooldowns for Jade, but dodging left and right, side to side. The barrier to stop the Sands of Time from taking Lucy down. And again, Dream Crushers will get the next orb. And slowly and ever painfully is the health level of Team RMS going lower and lower and lower.
Chronoflux out yet again. Oh, able to dodge it. Barely. That was scary. It was very scary. Oh no, Vorme. That's Sands of Time may finish him off. Oh,
no, he
Clarity Potion. Just in time.
Watch out for the root.
Here comes the goo as well.
Wait, the center orb. No, the reflect.
Oh no.
Oh my god, but they're still alive.
The Chronoflux. I don't know how they're still alive. It's going into sudden death though. There's no way they're going to be able to sustain this for much longer. I mean,
oh my god.
Kept the dream alive as long as they could.
But the Dream Crushers fulfilling their namesake.
Yep. Yeah, we've seen them crush some dreams before, man. First week of Battlerekt in 2s, they went down a map and then came back and swept the next 2 maps to win the tournament. So they can definitely crush some dreams. This is what they're known for. But now they have a map point in their hand. It's 4-3. And they've been playing well these past couple of rounds for sure.
Oh man, reflects the snipe back into
Chronoflux.
In the Flesh's face, and the mind game is getting a little bit too complicated now. I feel like at this point for the Jade, you need to kind of abandon strategy on the snipe, use it purely for baiting things out, and then try to go instantly to a strategy where you're piling on disabling shots and left mouse buttons, and just really trying to do damage in other methods and making sure that you're making your time most efficient. But Lucy does go down.
Falling to the sands of time, just couldn't heal up enough. Yeah, In the Flesh knows he's got no chance in the world of making that happen. And Dream Crushers taking the first map 5-3. Still have a potentially a long way to go here. It's a best of 3 maps, but that is going to be a big first map win. Team RMS went down initially, worked themselves back into it, even took the lead 3-2 at one point, and then it was just all Dream Crushers after that. Finally found their groove a little bit and able to take the map in the end and get themselves back in it. So we got ourselves a series though. I mean, the Jade is definitely working, and it's so cool to see the mind games between Jade and Oldor. With the Chronoflux and the Snipes, it's really interesting to watch because you've kind of seen it progress. Like at first, she was getting outplayed by the Chronoflux, then she started baiting the Chronoflux. Now the Chronoflux is starting to go back to where it originally started and landing back onto Jade again. So it's kind of like going in these cycles. It's fun to watch.
It's really interesting. Let's take a look at the replay from the first map in the finals, and this is going to be where Jumong does a big raid of arrows, taking down Lucy. And Averse has been playing really well right now, doing tons of damage with the assistance of Stro. There's the immaterial being popped, but to trade is Jumong. Immaterial for Jumong doesn't last that long though, but no problem.
Boom.
Goodbye.
See you later. See
Adios.
you later.
Sayonara.
Well, one of the 5 that they were able to win, but we have a map 2 coming up. We'll see if Team RMS decides to change up comp at all. I think they can absolutely make what they have work. I don't think there's a need for them to change, at least personally. And I believe they did stick to, yep, everybody's staying the same. Everybody's confident, which is great. So.
Yeah, I will hold by my statement. I think there's some things that In the Flesh and Verime have done that were very creative and were really good, but I think in this game 2 now that's about to start, I still think Averse and Stro have a good shot.
Yeah, I definitely the favorite, for sure. But In the Flesh and Verime, I mean, they can do it. They can absolutely do it. We've seen some moments of brilliance from them. It's just a matter of being able to sustain that over all potential 9 rounds of the map. And so far, gonna have to use that EX Stealth to avoid the burst damage.
Oh, no!
Man, that Chrono Flux outplaying In the Flesh. That snipe is gonna land right back in his mouth.
I really like how Stro is waiting until the last possible moment as well. It makes it most difficult for In the Flesh to try to react and make a decision based on the animations. And Averse is going to land a ton of damage on Verime. Double black arrow plus the left button.
Again, Verime using the goo, but not close enough to get him back into the goo with the Clarity Potion. Oh, a big combination. Able to land the ultimate, I believe there. Oh no, In the Flesh going down. Verime is going to be all by himself at one point in time in this round.
Oh, watch out, Averse.
See ya. Oh.
Heals.
Heals.
Oh.
Sansa time.
Sansa time. Time always catches up with you at some point.
Will. Yep. It's
Everybody
inevitable.
dies.
Everybody dies, especially to the Sansa time.
Yep.
Yeah, that's actually kind of depressing. But, you know, at one point in time during that round, Averse got really low, and he was separated from Stro, and Stro used his space to get back in, got a Petrify off onto Verime, and In the Flesh couldn't wrap around to try and finish off Averse. That would have been their key, I think, to winning that round. If they could have gotten onto him, they would have pressed harder on him, because he did get quite low and he definitely had the ability to finish him off, but weren't able to secure it. So that is going to give Dream Crushers a 1-0 lead here.
All right, trap gets set up. Jade is going to rocket jump away. Chrono Flux in anticipation of a snipe, but In the Flesh was able to bait that out, and now is going to use a snipe on the center orb, and Team RMS is going to take that.
And Petrify on
a distinctly shot. Chrono Flux being put in front of Stro, but tried to flick it over to Averse, but missed it anyways.
And In the Flesh sticking hard onto Averse right now, getting the silence and then just left clicking away. Oh, there's that Chrono Flux again. He's got to remember to try and start canceling maybe last second or something. Might be able to bait it out, but he really wants to get the orb though. That's the thing. And it's a tough mind game to play. And here we go, In the Flesh, Verime. They're starting to get stuck back here in the corner. Verime really hurt, doesn't have barrier to use.
Oh, and got the snipe reflected too. Everything is going wrong for Team RMS. They want some orbs, but in the end, too much of an advantage was gained from Stro, just shutting down their options, and it's looking tough.
And that Chrono Flux is just so powerful for orb control. I mean, powerful overall against a Jade, but especially when trying to control that orb, it's, you know, it's just so good. Because, as I was saying, I mean, In the Flesh wants to go for the orb. And, you know, they're in this battle of mind games. Really wants the orb, but knows that the Chrono Flux might go down. He could cancel his snipe and bait the Chrono Flux out, but he's not going to get the orb. So there's just a lot of different factors here. And thus far, in this map at least, they've been getting the better of it. For sure.
Big double Seeker Spark will get the Petrify. There's nothing left to stop the snipe, but gets rooted up as an exchange, and still no significant damage done. I mean, Averse has a little bit of health missing, but really the majority of the damage goes to Dream Crushers.
And getting dwindled away at good snipe there. Stro was trying to make sure his teammate didn't take the snipe, and in the process put the Chronoflux down, but wasn't in front of himself, and he took the snipe that time. Averse getting panicked away. And we're going to see almost even health. Here we go. A good set of goo coming out, though. Stro using his ultimate. Good EX stealth from in the flesh as well. Able to make sure that they did not get stunned by that Oldor ultimate.
Health levels are actually relatively even. Team RMS make big wins in the last few moments of this round. And they actually also took the center orb as well. And so they're very much in this. A big Petrify. There's a Chronoflux, but it does get baited out. Ultimate, no, don't hit yourself with the ultimate. And with the rocket jump, we'll actually secure the second orb. But Immaterial is going to let Jade survive for just a little bit longer. Does get healed up by Vorme eventually, but they're both so low.
So hurt. And Vorme, being a bro, he was really hurt himself in harm's way, but he gave his life to get a couple extra heals onto his teammate in the flesh, but in the end was not enough. Dream Crushers just in full flow here in the second map, now up 3-0. Really looking good. Yeah.
It's going well for Dream Crushers, and Team RMS are really having to own up to two big bad matchups. Jumong Uldor against Jade is a lot of tough situations to handle for the Jade.
We'll see. Trying to see maybe bait the Chronoflux. If he can, lining up. Ooh, Stro's just gonna avoid it with the spacebar that time. Doesn't even have to use Chronoflux. But here we go. Center orb is up. That time, Team
RMS will win it, and they actually haven't lost a lot of health as well. Meanwhile, Dream Crushers are actually losing a lot, and I think that the spacing in the neutral game has just been going very well for Team RMS.
Here we go, Chronoflux down. Right click is gonna land for Averse onto in the flesh, lining up for the snipe. Here comes the goo as well. Stro's gonna be caught right in the middle of it. And it'll do some pretty good damage. And Averse now trying to come back in. Oh, Vorme's so hurt. Oh, gotta get the heals up. Go, big ultimate from Averse as well.
We'll use the immaterial to protect Averse, or rather to protect Vorme for a little bit longer, and it looks like they will stabilize. Stro is really low as well, but the Chronoflux is placed in front of Stro to help him survive just a little bit longer. Team RMS will get the center orb, but actually in the flesh will be taken down, and they came so close. It was so close.
In the flesh, really wanted that kill onto Stro. He just chased and chased and chased. He's like, get back here. He wanted to finish him off, but was unable to do so. Stro kept himself alive just long enough. And now Dream Crushers is just rolling with it. They're up 4-0. It's a match point, championship point. If they win this next round, once again, they will be your NA 2v2 Battlerekt champions. So Team RMS has got to get their stuff together here. Right off the start, just a little bit of pregame poke. And center orb will be coming up here in just a second.
Dream Crushers is winning a lot of the neutral game exchanges. A big Panic Flash is going to buy Team RMS back into this match just a little bit. Petrify and the center orb actually available, and Dream Crushers might have the opportunity to make something big happen now.
And here we go. Gonna go down Vorme. It's not looking good in the flesh. Oh, he does.
Oh, man. Dream Crushers smashing the Jade 2v2 Dream.
Rip.
Made it very far, got to the finals, lost to Dream Crushers, two of the best players in the North American scene.
Yeah,
for sure. And Juma continuing to demonstrate why he has so much range dominance over the other characters in the roster right now.
Yeah. Yeah, he in meta-wise, I think is just definitely the better pick overall. Though, I mean, so cool to see Jade be able to do that well, make it this far into the tournament, make it into the finals, even make a pretty good first map out of it as well. I mean, you know, it's good to see. Good to see some not real, you know, meta comps
All right, let's take a look at a replay from the final map in this North American 2v2 Battlerekt tournament. Jade fires the ultimate, hits herself in the face once with it, and whiffs a bunch more times, and then gets rooted up by Quicksand, and Rocket jumps into her doom into the rain of arrows, has to spend the immaterial, and just take a look at how many tools Stro and Verse have to deal with range damage and just this comp in general. Panic Flash will land on Stro, but just too little too late. And Verse and Stro earning themselves the first place finish. There it is.
Boom.
Beautiful.
Boom. Well, there it is, one of the many rounds that Dream Crushers taken, and they are yet again our NA Battlerekt 2v2 champs. That's 2 in the books for them now in this first season of November tournaments, this preliminary season of events. So definitely solidifying themselves as one of the best teams, one of the best 2v2 pairs in North America for sure. So great to see from them. It was a good day, seeing some different compositions.
Yeah. Throughout
the day, we saw the Croak and Rook combo as well. And let's let's take a look at the bracket, in fact, and kind of see some of the different matches we saw throughout the day. The ones that were trying to use that Croak Rook combo was the Mongo Bongo boys down there that pulled off a big upset on Skywing. And as you can see, Dream Crushers road to the finals. They first took out Legendary, Team RMS. Actually, way before that. I think it's competitive NA or NA competitive Town of Salem or something their name was. It's like
fantastic name.
Such a good team name. Yeah, one of the best I've seen so far in Battlerekt. But I'm so disappointed. Mongo Bongo.
Mongo Bongo.
I wanted the Rook Crook.
Just
Rook.
One time. One time. Just one time. Let us see it.
I know. Rook Croak. And like I said before, we even had a hat. There was a hat. Do we have the hat? Is the hat around? Look. They went and got a hat. I was going to eat this. If they could even... I mean, I was going to settle for if they won a round. This hat is kind of gross, though.
Ugh.
I'm glad...
I don't wearing this.
Yeah. I'm kind of glad it didn't happen. Thank you. But, I mean, they went through the trouble of getting a hat. And there was no round win, no victory for that comp. Get this thing out of here. It's disgusting. But
if you guys want to eat hats at home, not recommended by NG, but if it's something that you want to do, if it's on your own volition, then you could tweet about it to us. Talk about what your feelings are about this tournament at Battlerekt. If seeing the Rook Croak lose made you feel like eating apparel, and let us know on Twitter.
Yeah.
Make sure it's not stinky.
Yeah, nothing like that freaking hat there, man. That thing is gross. But if you want to see some more fun stuff in the future, you want to maybe even play in the tournaments, and you play some wacky comp, and you want to try and make me eat a hat, you can go to battlerekt.com. As you see, they're on your screen. Sign up for the tournament starting this Friday. We are getting into our first official, season coming up. So you definitely want to get involved in that. We'll be giving you more details in the future for coming up this week about that first official season. So stay tuned for sure. But broadcast schedule as well. We'll be back here doing this more often. This Friday, as we said, will be our start of the official season. So you can join us then. NA, EU, same times as we've been here throughout the month of November. Definitely make sure you come back. It's gonna be fun. Battlerekt. That's right. I'll be here same time.
Tell your friends. Tell your family. Tell your baby cousin.
Your pets. Yeah. Tell everybody. It's good stuff.
Tell your imaginary friend.
This is the hot new thing, as they say. Or I'm gonna say that anyway. I don't even know if that's something that they say, but I'm gonna say it.
Is it?
I'm a dick.
All right.
But anyway, thank you guys for tuning in with us today. It's been a lot of fun. It's good to be on the desk with Rainey for once. It's the first time I've been able to do that.
That's true.
Maybe we'll see this more often. Yeah, the beard. The beard is sad he can't be here. He'll be back at some point. But
you know what's funny is I don't think once we actually mentioned his name. We just called him the beard.
Yeah, the beard. You know what we're talking about, though. You know exactly who we're talking about. Yep. But it's hard to mix that up. Either way, Thank you guys for tuning in with us. We will see you this Friday for the start of our first real season. We hope to see you there. Thanks for joining us this evening. Until Friday, so long.